Just want to ask you about how you plan to vote on the clean reauthorization on FISA, given that the backdoor search loophole was used to spy on Black Lives Matter protesters in 2020.
I have not made up my mind.
Has Congressman Meeks reached out to talk about it? He's been pretty open. I just spoke
He
with
hasn't
him.
talked to me.
He hasn't spoken to you.
Not about this, no.
And are you worried about that backdoor search loophole, given what the history with Black Lives Matter protesters and spying?
I don't worry about stuff.
You don't worry about stuff?
No.
Even spying on Americans?
No.
Not
I don't worry about it.
What do you do?
What I do, I just live through it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thanks.
The Congressional Black Caucus is voting for the clean reauthorization of the same legislation that was used to spy on local BLM activists. And I guess we really shouldn't be surprised by this news, because it's the same Congressional Black Caucus who let this shit slide without saying a word.
Might have to drop a dime on this.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta stop it.
I don't like that shit.
For sure, bro.
I don't like that shit.
All right, y'all, we back with another video, man. Y'all know how we do. Always pushing health, wealth, and a better understanding of self. So check this out. The Congressional Black Caucus just support spying powers used on BLM activists. Now, this means that they scared of FBA in this movement. They're going to use those same spying efforts, and they're going to use it against our delineation movement. Anything that we're trying to push right now is way stronger, and I feel like it's way more impactful than the BLM. So this is what I think is very important for the Congressional Black Caucus, considering where they're at right now. It's either make or break. Y'all check out the link in the description, because we're trying to dismantle the Congressional Black Caucus. They're more for immigrants than they are for us, but we already know that. And we know that they have a lot of, like Yvette Clarke, they have a lot of heads that have immigrant descent. So they could possibly, they don't care about what, policies are pushed for Americans. They're here to spy. This is what the Congressional Black Caucus, all of these organizations, what we're saying is they're spying on our liberation. That's what they're here for. They're not here for us. So now that we're exposing this, it's crazy that we're finding out what happened with the Black Lives Matter. Because in something like the Black Lives Matter, you're going to have a lot of people. I know a lot of people at the top 8, right? But it's going to be a lot of people that's really trying to make moves. Okay? And those same people are probably going to be trying to make moves in our movement now. So the government has always had their, people that they pay to help them out, and they always had people that they watch. So this ain't nothing new to us, but we're trying to move in a way where the code is the leader. So it's pointless for them spying, because we're going to put out a code, and that code is going to be what's going to make sure everybody online. So I think it's working pretty well. Okay, we see how 19 Keys and all of these guys are trying to paint Tariq Nasheed as a leader of a cult, and that's illegal too. So that's definitely, rounds for violation. But this is what they're doing. They're trying to paint us on a leader so we can be easily broken down. But we got different visions than they see. So, but check this out. This is the article. I'm gonna go over the article real quick. So it says, this week, the Congressional Black Caucus will quietly support an effort to reauthorize surveillance powers that were used to spy on Black Lives Matter activists in 2020. The prospect has learned, according to multiple congressional sources who spoke on the condition, CBC support for the reauthorization of Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act comes after Rep. Gregory Meeks, the powerful ranking member of the House Committee on Foreign Affairs, successfully lobbied the CBC leadership to stand down on reforming the vast intelligence authority. So he lobbied them. That means he definitely threw him some bread, threw him some money. They got paid on this. But the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court greenlit the 702 program annual recertification in a classified ruling last month. The decisions permit FISA authorities to collect communications data through March 2027. Regardless of whether Congress extends the statute underpinning Section 702, which is set to expire on April 20th. So, I mean, that's all it is. We know that this is going to definitely be used on the movement. Okay, this is like a clear view that they're going to use this to try to keep a hold of movement, for sure. Okay, without question. And the CBC backing it. So I'm gonna have that link in the description of this video. Make sure y'all definitely hit that link. We need to get them out of here. And join us on live, because we'll be talking about a lot of topics that's concerning how we can backdoor them. But listen to this brother here speak on how this worked and how the Congressional Black Caucus is trying to not let everybody know about this. Check it out.
The Congressional Black Caucus is voting for the clean reauthorization of the same legislation that was used to spy on local BLM activists. And I guess we really shouldn't be surprised by this news, because it's the same Congressional Black Caucus who let this shit slide without saying a word. Now, in the legislation that the CBC and other Democrats are voting to support, Section 702 grants to U.S. intelligence agencies the authority to collect communications data on foreign intelligence targets abroad. In practice, however, it has been allowed to spy on Americans living in the States. Specifically, it was used in 2020 to spy on BLM activists. And I'm not talking about the BLM activists that became millionaires through filing 501c4s that never actually did anything for the Black community. I'm talking about the type of BLM activists that actually were in the streets protesting fascism, that were targeted because they were fighting on behalf of their community. And don't go thinking there are zero consequences to this type of surveilling, because 42 people were killed in relation to the BLM protests between 2020 and 2023. Many of them up and disappeared. Some of them were shot during protests by cops, and others, well, we don't actually know what happened. But usually when that happens, we know it's because someone had access to their address, access to their information, and somebody took them out their crib in the middle of the night. What's even more disturbing and sickening is that the CBC is fully aware that surveillance legislation like this and spying has traditionally been used on Black leaders like Martin Luther King, like Malcolm X, like Huey P. Newton, who really only committed the crime of challenging U.S. imperialism and fighting for Black liberation. And they're effectively voting in conjunction with Republicans who are in control of the House right now. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I call them the Caucasian Black Caucus. Because
not even the Caucus, we got a lot of names for them. The Caucasian Black Caucus, the Immigrant Caucus. They created another Caribbean caucus. And it's really what our research says is they are funneling money. They're funneling money and using the resources of Black Americans, for real.
At the end of the day, I don't care what color their skin is. They always push the agenda that furthers white supremacy, imperialism, targets Black people, whatever they have to do in order to maintain their cute little positions and their cute little placards and their nice little salary and ingratiate themselves within the white supremacists they claim they want to challenge. While Trump and Zionists are doing everything in their power to punish everybody who stands up to him, the Democrats, specifically the CBC, are actually giving him the power to do so legally. And then they're going to tell you that Trump's the problem, and it's only Trump and the Republicans who are the problem, right? All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Remember?
Big fact. So they trying to, this is why I don't want to hear them keep pointing at Trump, because they're with it. This is the same program. These guys are together. It seems like if you ain't with us, if we're having a problem with the Democrat Party and you just point at somebody else, that's not solving our problems. And that's what they think is going to work with us, but that's not working no more. But salute to everybody who's standing on business for the lineage, for the culture, man. We definitely got a lot to do with the CBC with getting them out of there, but I want to know what y'all think in the comments section, man. I know we go live Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. I'll catch y'all in the next video, man. Peace and love.
A community must have three things to have a community in it. You must have a wholly independent economic structure that can provide goods, service, products, and things for your own people, and jobs and tax spaces for your own people. You should at least control 4 basic things. You should be trying to control water, food, medicine, and energy to be able to survive and compete.
Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.